Hello, Unity. Hi.
Welcome. Apologies for the delay.
Yeah, moderate delay. Hey, that's like 4 minutes. That's pretty good for us.
It is.
Welcome. We
I
are
had to retrieve my Servbot mug.
Yes. Is that a Zazzle joint?
It is. I think this is actually an unofficial. This is underground pirate
I have
mugging.
to report you to licensing.
I mean, it's yes, Zazzle.
Okay, then great. Welcome to our stream, Brelston. About to stream Resident Evil Revelations along with Gregaman.
Hello.
And drinking counterfeit merchandise, I believe.
The coffee is legit.
Okay, all right. We're going to stream a console version of Revelations, which is out this May for 360, PS3, Wii U, and PC. But one of the new things that's added, among other stuff we haven't really gone into yet, you can infer what some of it is. But one thing we haven't really shown much of is Hunk. The fact that Hunk's a playable character in raid mode, which raid mode was kind of the Revelations equivalent of mercenaries, only instead of like trying to just go on a map and enemies just flood in, it's kind of a bunch of maps, predetermined enemy placement, but they get harder and harder as you go. So your character levels up, your weapons level up, you grind for points, unlock new stuff, a bit of random loot drop element to it, and pretty fun as you get higher up into the higher difficulties. So let's cut to the gameplay.
There we go.
And you'll find I'm in the menus now for.
Look at them crispy menus.
You can see Hunk down there with his signature red eyes, or let me see if I can do this. Ojos Rojos. It's a shout out to anyone who speaks Spanish. And that's probably the extent of my Spanish.
There's no further context there. It's not like a.
No, that's kind of all I've got. It took 2 years.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go into weapons really quick. So raid mode, you get a lot out of 3 guns. Each character has kind of a proficiency with a certain type, but you can come in with 3, and Hunk has a predisposition to a certain type of firearm. Jill does, Chris does, and so on. But as you play, you unlock guns through raid mode. So here's a gun. If I look right now, my firepower is 337, firing speed is 158, capacity is 10, so it's stronger than the pistol I have right now, which is at 289. Capacity is a little lower for the clip, but so I'll switch these. Actually, I won't, because I have to be level 4. I'm currently level 3. Well, anyway, if I had switched them, I would have then shown you the custom parts. Firing rates, damage, so these are like little perks that you can give each gun. And since the guns are also kind of randomized, you can find this same gun at a higher level later that will have higher firepower, a bigger clip, and maybe 5 slots available. And there's just a lot of loot droppy kind of play again to see if you can get better stuff aspect going on. But this gun also has a special thing, which is piercing ability and advanced reload speed, which is kind of cool. So I'll go into stages really quick, and let's just kind of start with Chasm, which is the easy thing. Easiest difficulty. Let's go into this level, and I'll just hop in and we'll do a quick level. And yeah, we're watching in chat, and let's see, saying the chat video stream looks bad, or how's the quality for you guys watching?
Yeah, one person says looks okay on my screen. Quality is quiet bad.
Quiet bad. That's a whole different level.
A little blurry.
Wonder why that is. Well, now that we're in the game, let me know how it looks now that the game is running. So here you see Hunk hunking it up. With
quite a hunk.
With his usual badassery. Which, after watching Doctor Who episodes, I think gas mask characters have taken on a new meaning for me. You can see above that, now that I've got him down, freebie to stab him to death in the butt. But you see that fist above his name there, with his health bar. That tells me this enemy is a powered up version of that character, so if he got close, he would deal more damage. And as you play, you'll see all kinds of variations on this enemy. A giant one that with high armor, or a small one that's super fast, which is kind of a way to mix around with the enemy types. Whoa. I knocked on my...
Man, the HD really makes a difference when it comes to blood splattering.
Yeah. Oh, got him down. That means a wind-up.
Nice.
So again, the point of this is somewhat Mercenaries-like, only... so you are graded, but the point is to kill all the enemies. Whoa, whoa. But it's a combination of kill the enemies. Bam. Nice. Wall bounce. If only I had an assist, I could have kept that going. Whoa, whoa. And then you also have an evade, which is hitting up right before they swing at you, so I'm hoping I don't have to use it against this guy, because this guy does a ton of damage.
He appears to have fingers for a face.
Yeah, that's the Abyss virus,
Which
Greg.
sounds like some sort of children's book.
Or a Billy Idol song, I think. Fingers for a face. It's a B-side. I don't know if everybody knows it as well as I do. And if you hold down A, you actually deal way more damage. We were talking to the producer yesterday, Takanaka-san, and he was saying holding down, taking the time to do that is basically the strength of a magnum shot.
Man.
But yeah, so D-pad lets you flip through all the guns, do a little dance there. It's nice. Here's that gun I mentioned earlier that has the super fast reload rate, so I'll show that off. So, bam, reloaded. Blow that guy up, takes that enemy out. But yeah, you're graded on, you know. So here's an example of it.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this.
Anyone read the short story, The TV People?
Oh, this is unfair.
Because it's like that.
You see I picked up a custom parts, and that's random too, so... And then the higher level you're playing on is the higher level of the... Or how good the part will be, the type of guns you're going to unlock. It's a really fun mode to just, you know, after you've gone through the campaign, which itself is pretty long, like 15 hours or something. It's been a while since I played through it, but it's sizable. Whoa.
Yeah, especially at the time this came out back on the 3DS, but even now still, we were just blown away by the amount of content.
Yeah, there's a lot of game in here. And this is online co-op, as you'd expect. Team up with a friend, tear ass through these levels. Whoa. Getting slung around here. These enemies, you can shoot them in the head, and that obviously does more damage than just, you know, dead in the chest. But the ooze enemies also, like their joints or the red parts of their arms are also a sore spot that are a good target.
Kind of like the VS's in Lost Planet.
Sort of, yes. So you can see every time you hit his... Whoa. There's a little evade. So there. See, like I was saying, you're graded kind of a mix of speed, accuracy, number of enemies you killed, because you can avoid some. Sometimes you're forced to fight everything, but there are instances where you could... I think there's instances where you can avoid. I tend to just shoot everything, so... For them points. Oh yes, right in the knees. There's another one right behind him. Man, Hunk lining them up. It's just, we were talking about this earlier, just the nature of Hunk, like, outside of RE2, he is more of just like an ongoing cameo, but then, like, what is it about Hunk that endures? Like, his character design is like, that's just, you know, tactical gear, it's a normal gas mask. It's just, is it really just the red lenses make it so much more compelling? Because, I mean, I always thought this design was super cool, but if it was just a regular gas mask, I wonder what would have happened if he would have stuck out as much as he did. Shotgun, super slow reload with this right now because it's a very low level shotgun. And this guy obviously, oh god. If you get hit by a huge enemy, you get kind of this knockdown effect. But since he has the defense thing, so he's super dense, but takes a lot of damage. But he's also appropriately slow, so you can kind of get around this dude as long as you don't get boxed in, which I'm about to do. And this guy's just waiting his turn.
Phantom X Death says Hunk is badass because he is the lone survivor.
He is the human unit never killed.
He's kind of like Johnny Nagasaki from the Metal Gear games. Just sort of like the lovable drone. He's coming back. But then they actually did something with him, which I thought was a mistake.
Yeah, kind of like part of me really wants to play a game where I would just be Hunk and go do cool things, but, you know, as like his own campaign or something. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, would that take away from it? Is it better that he's kind of just anonymous soldier?
No.
Or do we want to kind of know...
Keep the mystery there.
Like, I don't necessarily want to know more about him, but I would like to see him go be a badass.
It's true.
I never get tired of that. I just toss a... I don't have any grenades. This little urchin follows you around. Worth a lot of points, but it'll just soak up a bunch of bullets. But
just like real urchins.
Yeah. And I pump a lot of lead into urchins. You wouldn't believe it. But hey, a weapon case. So how's the stream quality look now that we're actually in the game?
I have seen a mix of comments. Looking on our screen,
I mean, yeah, it's gonna to some degree be down to your internet or whatever, but yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of curious if there's a
image looks alright.
So stream settings keep being really wonky, where we'll set it, it'll look great, we'll turn it off, we'll turn it back on, and hey, all the settings reset. Why would you do that, computer? You weren't told to do that. And there's this guy again. And these are enemies, you know, that are mainly from the early part of the game, and then as you go into later maps, you know, different enemy types, different variations on those enemy types, the taller ones, the slower ones, more powerful, and sometimes you'll bump into one that acts like a boss of the level, and all of its stats are bumped up. A little bit of a lower jaw problem there, sir.
Wyo Bear asks, that's clever, is the scanner still in the game for locating items?
Yes, Genesis gun is in there, but it's a story mode thing, so...
Who could forget the Genesis?
It's a really cool gun.
Great piece of hardware.
Yeah. In Europe, the gun is called the Mega Drive.
Which does kind of sound like a badass weapon.
I would wield the Mega Drive if it came to that. Alright, I believe I'm clear. So yeah, I see this guy's got the defense up, but you see those sparks come up, a little flash, it's like a critical hit and he gets stunned. But that defense attribute he's got is like really going to make him much more resistant to actually being stunned properly. And if you know, take him out, hit him in the knees, that will what triggers them to actually fall down. Man. All right, buddy. That's more like it. Ooh. That's why they call him the Ooze. So that's the end of this level, and then in lovely BSAA symbol.
I love that.
And then get some VO from Hunk. Another day, another dollar. So that's one level. We'll jump into another one here while it loads. Or actually, yeah, we can go back to the game. Sorry. I'll show off. So
enjoyed this interlude?
Yeah. So you get, here's the bonuses. The questionably named genocide bonus. And here's all the points you get, and if you gained a level, and now you get to see any kind of guns you got as an unlock, and you can sell it right from here for more battle points if you don't want this particular gun, like if you think you already have it or whatever, but I'll keep it since this is still kind of a new save. This is something I found in the level, custom parts, so this is kind of a grab bag. When you pick it up in the level, you don't know what you got yet. And now that I'm outside of the game, I see what we got here. Medical kit, keep that. Fire rate 1, I think I've got plenty of those, so I'm going to sell that. Yes, I would like to sell this item. And let's go. So I also made it up to level 4, so now I'll be able to wield any weapon that's level 4 or higher. As well as, if you look at some of the levels themselves, there is a suggested level that your character should be before you attempt playing that level. It's more just a suggestion. So for example, let's go into weapons again. So these are guns I found. So this has a lower firing speed, a little bit stronger, lower capacity, so I'm not really particularly interested in that. I can now, however, wield this gun. If I go in, let's actually take these things off of this one. And now come in here and add damage, fire rate. What is medical? Your partner will also recover health. So that's more appropriate, obviously, for if you're playing co-op. Which in this case, we're not.
Been a couple of requests for laser sight aim. Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I know you can change the color.
Oh.
I don't think there's like a RE4 style laser sight though.
Huh. No, I can't recall either, actually. I thought there was.
So now I'll go into stage 4. I'll let this load really quick. It's just hard to remember because I'm like, yeah, I'll just hop in the menus and see, but for all I know, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a laser sight.
They're saying it was in the 3DS version. It's been a while, guys. If it was in that, I'm sure they didn't take it out.
Yeah.
We're just a little
I probably
nervous about fiddling around with menus that we may or may not be clear to...
of last year. Let me just look in the options. That's not what
game settings.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's the crosshair color, so I'll change it to red. But I don't see an actual laser sight. No, that's weird. Maybe not in this one. I changed it to red, but lo and behold, I don't really see anything. But this is like in the campaign. This is a stage you normally play as Chris and Jessica, and it's full of demon dog monsters. Not so much demon dogs as they are dogs with their ribs sticking out. Oh, jeez. Nobody does this to Hunk. Except that guy. He seems to be able to do as he pleases. Oh, there we go. I see the red now. But man, this gun's reload speed, that's where it's at. Whoa. So again, they really want to incentivize like playing every level multiple times, gaining levels, playing a higher level, the same map on a higher level to get more points, unlock better parts, so that you can play even harder levels until you eventually get to like level 50 and go do some really crazy levels with crazy enemy placement and all their different powered up versions. So I'm trying to lure them around. There we go. So again, the dog has the fist icon, meaning He's a little stronger. I was going to try to make a He-Man Fisto joke, but I'm going to leave that alone. And I believe his counterpart villain was Jitsu. Guess where he was from?
Scandinavia?
Georgia. His name was James Jitsu. There's that urchin again. The story, when you're playing through here as Chris and Jill, it kind of triggers a cutscene when that block breaks, but now you actually get to run the rest of the map. And as you round the corner, I believe you will find one of these guys. Man. A lot harder to dodge the dogs with the evade because they just kind of jump at you. Kind of like that.
This is what it was like growing up on my block.
Man, really?
A little bit.
Does it remind you?
They had organs, but otherwise,
rib cages weren't sticking out. I did have a lot of, I'll say, unattended dogs in my neighborhood. By neighborhood, it's wide open nothingness of the Midwest.
Oh yeah, so were they just wild dogs?
They were wild dogs. They're just like the kind of dogs that people own, and then just like, I don't know, he's around here somewhere. Let's put food out, and he'll come when he's hungry. He'll show up. It's like, why do you have a dog?
Yeah.
Why don't you take care of your animal and make it grow up to not resent you? Because then it comes after me in my yard. Alright, this marks the end of... let's see.
We are playing on the 360.
Yep.
Can confirm that right now.
Question asking other characters in raid mode. Let's see. We haven't said anything yet. Hunk is obviously kind of the big one we're wanting to talk about at the moment. But I will at least say we're not done talking about features for Revelations. So there is more to say in show.
Cool.
Still a few months till it's out. So there's more to say. Another range of guns and custom parts. Again, these are all randomized, so there's always that kind of just, what am I going to get? Is it going to be better than the thing I got? It's a boring saving screen, because why not? Probably do one more.
Can we get some Jill for Valentine's Day or nah?
Oh, it is Valentine's Day. You know what? Are we back on camera?
We are.
Because I can't stream the character select screen. You don't want to spoil these costumes. The unlocks. The ones from the 3DS.
I'm seeing lots of awesome things.
There's fun stuff in here.
I wish we could show them. But in time.
We'll talk more about the video games. I didn't give Jill any weapons. Oh, it's the same business. Right. But like, yeah, if you look at, let me see here. So Jill, handgun mastery 3, her handgun speed is reload 100%, firing rate's 30%, machine gun. So if you're playing as Jill, you want to lean towards machine guns and handguns. So I've got one here. Shotgun's just kind of an extra thing, but for the sake of it, so here's a good example. There's G36 and G36 long range. So this one being slightly stronger, more slots, and but a little slower firing speed. Has strength and long-range power, ups critical hit. So I mean that's kind of a cool. Since I'm playing as Jill, why not? Edge Runner, firepower goes up as your health goes down, which is kind of a cool
Neat.
extra
Something
thing.
very Castlevanian about that.
But yeah, I know this was a hunk stream, but given
It can be two
it
things.
can be two things. Let's go to the guest cabin. Start.
It is cool to see all the love for the Rachel character. I am a big fan of her role in this game.
Her role in the game is very good. If you don't know the spoilers of her, I mean, her fate was kind of outed well in advance of the game coming out. But her moment in the game is probably one of the coolest. I just don't want to go any further than that, but very cool. All right.
Yeah, one of the truly most chilling moments in the entire series for me.
It's a very cool moment. Hey. Give me them points, y'all. Whoa.
Oh, goodness.
Jeez. Jill.
I do think the cruise ship is a great setting for something like this, because like, even though it looks a lot like a mansion, you know, which
a
is
floating mansion.
But I mean, I think just the idea of it being this isolated ship in the middle of the sea
Yeah, it adds something.
that much more.
There's a little bit of claustrophobia. If you didn't play the 3DS one, I mean, you definitely get a sense of isolation. And even though you have a partner with you a lot of the time,
Yeah.
there are areas of, you know, of complete solitude and uncertainty and, you know, a lot of backtracking and a lot of the things you would kind of associate with classic Resident Evil, but with some of the trappings of the modern games that let you move around easier, makes better sense of where you've been, where you're going. Woo. Let's try. Nice. Whoa. Damn. Wow. I didn't realize my life was so low.
Goodness gracious.
Got tackled.
Jill sandwiches for all.
So grade F. Not even a grade. That's what I get for trying to describe things while I play. So I'll do that again, because that was not fair. To Jill.
Valentine's Day and everything.
I know.
To quote Bill Murray in Ghostbusters 2, Valentine's Day. Bummer. Anyone?
I haven't seen 2 in forever.
When he has that cheesy talk show for like psychics.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And they say the end
I
of
do
the
like
world is
Ghostbusters
coming.
2.
I was a big fan when I was
It's the
tot.
RoboCop 2 of the Ghostbusters movies.
Not quite as dark and horrifying.
Right.
But close.
I mean, RoboCop 2 is still pretty rough, but it's like, it's very clearly a thing made to sell stuff and be appealing to a kid, even though it's one of the most R-rated movies.
Oh, yeah. Although that scene, you know, I'm a big fan of that one line in RoboCop 2 where he gets modded, you know, so that he can't like actually do anything useful, and the kids are all, you know, taking advantage, and he's like, "I'm having trouble."
No man, RoboCop 2. Pretty sure the kid in that, the foul-mouthed kid who does horrific things, is the voice of Littlefoot in Land Before Time.
Oh man. Yeah, that kid, he was the original bad boy.
That kid is pretty bad.
Shot him in the face.
This time, I will not be smashed in the back like a common hat.
We'll just keep this between you and me.
Smashed hat. No grenades still, so... Oh man, that's what happened last time. I got snuck up on. Get out of my way! You collapsing pile of glop. Whew. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jill. Oh yes, big wind up.
Nice.
Keep it moving.
They really do leave very little to the imagination with this outfit.
Yeah, that's basically her skin.
Looks good in the HD though.
Hoop, 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 hoop.
Better than the ooze. You know you're rich when you've got an up staircase and a down staircase.
Man, I just lived for the critical hits. And Jill's like right from the streets with this knife. Whoa. Let's not deal with that. Yes, big finish. Was there another guy out here skulking around? I thought so. I see your dumb fingers. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Survived that kick. Jeez. Get out of the way so I can shoot your friend. Ah, jeez. Die, bad robots. Still more monsters. Man, you can't. Some of these, the herky-jerky dance they're doing, it's like it's sometimes hard to tell when they're winding up for a hit and when they're just like doing the electric slide at you or something. Could add that as DLC, popular dances they could do at you.
The can?
The Harlem
Shake?
yes, the Harlem Shake at
The
you.
Charleston?
Man.
I would like to see the Charleston.
That is a gross, gross noise you're making, sir.
Go a little easy on the troll face icon, guys. I know it's fun and all, but like it loses its significance if you put it in every single comment.
It's like just screaming the F word constantly, and then does it even have impact if it's there constantly?
Why do I feel like I should brace myself for an influx of more troll faces?
Is that sometimes the troll face is used in jest.
Yeah.
A little evade on the little guy here. Ooh. Somehow her kick makes the sound of a pistol going off.
Eerie.
Huh. Still need that old key. Whoa! I do want to kick this guy in the butt. It's not going to happen. Dreams are put on hold. And at long last, we find, I feel like that usually means there's got to be a hidden thing. Ooh. Bonus custom parts. And we'll run up here to the BSAA symbol, and that'll do it.
Okay, managed to get through that.
We were talking a lot about Claire today, it being Valentine's Day and all, which tends to prompt the conversation of Claire. It's an interesting discussion going back and forth on this character. Well, so there's an achievement in there somewhere. Let's see. Bind. Bind is actually kind of a cool perk. I'll open that one up really quick. Hey, Keith. Or not Keith. What's his name?
Conover.
Forgot that dude's name.
Henry?
I'm going to go with Henry.
By the way, who thinks that Hunk was supposed to be called Hank? Because I do.
Translation thing. But yeah, so the bit with Claire, where it's like, even though she's a fan favorite, it's kind of, you know, Code Veronica kind of concludes her story as far as her personal involvement in everything. So then it becomes like, would it be contrived to just have her show up? And here she is. Because she hasn't been in BSAA really. Maybe she's just enjoying not having to deal with this stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. I do like her jacket, though.
The jacket is pretty cool. So yeah, that pretty much does the stream. Thanks for watching.
That's a stream.
That is a whole
I
stream.
hope you enjoyed it.
But yeah, raid mode is like this whole extra side mode and all based around, you know, loot drops and replaying the same level to get better guns, better perks, and unlocking characters and costumes and all kinds of stuff. And there's just a lot of meat in that gameplay, and online co-op now, obviously. It was that way on 3DS, but having it on a console is also pretty cool. Yeah, PC, Wii U, 360, PS3, all the consoles. Things you plug into a television. And I'm just looking at the chat.
Can't go wrong.
If you're watching, just a reminder that we're doing the daily game raffle on Unity. So if you've been on Unity before, if you're watching the stream, you probably are. But in case you didn't know, just you get Unity points by participating on the site. So like commenting, posting in threads, posting your own blogs, joining groups, and by group we mean like join the Resident Evil group, and then all the Resident Evil information syndicates to your feed, or Street Fighter, or Mega Man, or Darkstalkers, or whatever. Each of those little actions get you some Unity points, and then we have Unity raffles and Unity auctions. So, and every weekday this year, we started this week, is a free game every day. Today it's RE5 Gold as part of Valentine's Day, because Jill's featured prominently on the cover.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday it was DMC for 360. The day before was Cross Tekken PS3, and the day before that it was Dragon's Dogma. So, I mean, we're giving away modern games, but I do know some cool stuff like PS2 era that are still sealed. And I'm going to try to dig back and see if I can find anything older than that. Probably not older than PS2 era, but like there's some GameCube, Xbox, PS2 era stuff that we already have that I'm like, wow, we still have a sealed copy of that? That's pretty cool. So just an incentive to hop on Unity and, I mean, interact with us, each other, just talk, and, you know, the more people concentrated on Unity, the better the site is. And it also helps to us centralize feedback. So when you guys go in the forums and are talking, it's like it's right there. And that's what Greg and I and Chris and Yuri on the community team and Peter Combo Feed. I mean, we're all in there listening. We pass that information up the chain. I know it seems like a slow wheel that turns at times to get feedback where you want it to go, but I mean, the systems are all in place. So we're just trying to incentivize you guys coming on and get a free game maybe every day. But yeah, thanks for watching and watching in the chat here. But yeah, we'll be streaming. I don't know what the next stream might be. We'll be streaming from PAX East, of course, and there will be some cool stuff to show at PAX East. I will say no more, but I will say pay attention to PAX East. Let's see. All right.
Now, Nemesis, I already actually did address your question. Don't think there's a confirmed date yet for that PC benchmark, but I will check.
For
You might want to ask us on Unity, though, rather than on a Revelation stream.
Yeah. But we also recently announced Bloody Palace mode coming to DMC.
Yeah, it comes next week, along with a patch that addresses some user feedback we had. People asking about the puzzles and Revelations for console. I guess those will be tweaked somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you use the sticks. So like things where you're trying to line up the light bulbs. There's a game was a game that had the lights and you had to push them. I forgot what the name of it was. Like an actual board game kind of thing. You would buy that lit up. They were red. Cool story. Basically, you use the sticks now and just push a button, grab. Basically, acts like you're grabbing it, and then you move it, and then you push the button again, and it lets go. It's kind of how it has to be, because they were originally designed to be tactile. You touch and you move the pieces as you go. Game is coming out in May 21st in the U.S. and 24th in Europe. Any changes to the single-player story? No, it's the same campaign as before, which is a long game. Like, it's a full-size Resident Evil, and it was very important to message that back when Revelations was first coming out. You know, if it's on a handheld system, it always has this perception. I mean, I had it too, you know, in the GBA and DS days, you know, that's somehow of a lesser port. Doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's not the full same size as a console game. And Revelations in every way was like, this is a sizable campaign that's really long and incentivizes playing it again on raid mode, incentivizes playing on harder difficulty. I mean, and now it being on a console is a great way, and it's, you know, $10 cheaper on top of that, so it's pretty nice. Yeah, never get into questions. I can't really talk about the idea. New costumes, new characters and stuff. Can't really say anything yet. Hopefully, well, there's only, barely 3 months left till it comes out. So there will be plenty of more things to say. We just have to kind of adhere to the rules of what we can say and when. Hey, the lights came back on. That's kind of the bar opening, turning the lights on at the end of the night. Last call.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Works for me.
We'll see you later. Not sure what the next stream will be. Monster Hunter Mondays again is every Monday. Yuri plays either Try or has been streaming 3U, the Wii U version. So that's definitely on Monday at the very least. So that'll probably be the next time we talk to you guys via stream. See us on Capcom Community. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. And follow our YouTube channel where I posted that Jill Valentine kind of retrospective character profile thing as well. That about does it. Greg, shall we sign
That's it for me.
off?
Yep.
Shall we sign up?
Happy V-Day, guys.
Yes. See ya.